Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Free episodes 10 through 12, the final three episodes of the season, because it has been over a month since we've reacted to any Free on this channel, and that's just unacceptable. Um, Various things happen though. It's like various things with the cold, with everything else. Things were going on. I wasn't able to get to it all. And it sucks because I really like this series. It like I've said in the past reactions, it surprised me by how enjoyable it is, by how much I like these characters and the story and the just overall emotion I get from it. My hair is just not cooperating. Um, but yeah, so it really sucks that we've had such a unintended break from it. Um, But as I stated in the update and all yesterday, now that we're done with the big shows, Carol and Tuesday and MLP, the ones I was really heavily focused on, we can get back to doing everything else. Um, so we're getting back to this. We're going to get back to Dragon Prince, and we're going to get continuing on Ancient Magus' Bride, which we're continuing right from where we left off over a year ago. So that's even longer of a break. And of course, we're also starting My Hero Season 4. Obviously not all today, but still, you get the idea. But I did want to get caught up on this. Now, I've said already in the past that we are going straight into Season 2. We're not going to be taking a break between seasons for this. Mainly because I really want to continue on. I really enjoy this. So yeah, we will be going straight into Season 2 with this, with Free. But first, we do have to finish these final three episodes. Now, last we left off, we were getting a lot more with Reen, and specifically, we're starting to see how he's like doing emotionally. He's clearly got some emotional issues he's working through, and we see that a lot of this is hard for him. He watches his old friends and Ray um, participating in everything, and he's analyzing their swimming styles and everything, and he notes how good they are, just how excellently they perform in the water, or in Ray's case, how poorly. And he's watching with vested interest, and he starts to question things. He starts to clearly question how he's been treating them, how he's been acting in general since coming back. And I already said in the past that I definitely think that this season's going to end with his redemption. Redemption. He's not really a bad guy, so it's kind of like, that's why I'm using the quotations for that. But it's kind of leading towards him making up with his friends, and especially with our MC, whose name is escaping me for some reason right now. His name always escapes me, though. What am I talking about? So it's definitely working towards that. As I said, I don't know if they're going to like completely make up necessarily right away. I think that they're going to make up, but it's still going to take some time going into Season 2 for them to truly like become like best buds or anything. But I definitely think that is coming. And Go will probably, of course, help with that, being Reen's sister. So we have to take that into account too. I'm just really excited to see where this all leads to. We have the entire stuff going on with this tournament and all. And there's a lot of ways that this season could end. But I really feel that, again, Reen's redemption is what it's going to focus on. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to get back into this. It's been way too long, and I just hope that it continues to be as good as it can be. Um, I'm still planning on getting some possible free merchandise from Youmacon. It still sounds weird saying that, by the way, free merchandise, because it sounds like you're saying free is in like no money. You know what I mean, though. I don't know exactly what I'm going to get. I don't even know what they're going to have, obviously. But I'm definitely interested still. I've got a lot of money saved up for Youmacon, so yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, we're like I said, we're doing all 3 episodes one go today. Well, the last 3 episodes of the season, and then after that, we'll probably focus on these other shows a little bit before we go on to season 2. Like we got to get started on My Hero season 4. I want to get some more in with Dragon Prince, and of course we got to get going back into Ancient Magus' Bride. But we will be getting to season 2 right quick. But basically right away. It's just we're gonna focus on the other shows a little bit after we post this reaction, because this is again 3 episodes in a row. So, um, but yeah. So I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope I enjoy it. And we'll see where it goes. So for now, let's just get on with it. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episodes. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, by all accounts, Free is a series I shouldn't like. It's a sports series, a sports anime, which I typically am not a big fan of. It's kind of got that sappy, emotional kind of character interactions in it, which a lot of the times I tend to veer away from in anime. It's very slice of life oriented, which tend to bore me or disinterest me at the least in a lot of shows. And it's a heavily popular shipping anime, a lot of which, especially male on male shipping, a lot of those really popular male shipping anime tend to, for me personally, not be very entertaining, not be very good. They tend to be very stereotypical and generic and weak in terms of story and characters and excitement factor. By all accounts, Free is a series I shouldn't like. But against all odds, it's a series I love. And I've mentioned this before. I've talked about this before, but seriously, I shouldn't enjoy this as much as I do. It's just the type of show that I normally would just not get into at all, that I would never even check out. And honestly, I never planned on checking this out. And I ended up putting on the poll. I never even thought it would be that voted for, but you guys voted for it, and I'm so fucking happy you did. Because if it weren't for that, I would have never gotten to see it. Like I said, I don't just like this series, I love it. I love the characters, the stories, the depth, the emotional baggage they carry. It feels real. None of it feels stereotypical or generic or overdone or poorly handled. It all feels realistic. Like the person who wrote this understood these kinds of emotions, these kinds of interactions and character motivations. Like the person who wrote this knew exactly how to portray real people going through these kinds of situations and mindsets and emotional turmoil. Reen's emotional, like, in a matter of speaking, self-destruction in these last episodes was so fucking amazing. It was so phenomenally handled. You believed every second of it, and it never felt like it came out of nowhere. It felt like, yeah, he's been sabotaging himself emotionally this whole time. And the heavily emotional confrontation between him and Haru was extremely well built up to. It felt like it felt truly like the culmination of this entire season. Like everything had led up to that one moment. Not even the race. The moment that Haru confronted him and they had their little scuffle that led to their eventual reuniting as a team. And speaking of that, like I was questioning if they were allowed to have Reen join them for that, and I was right to do that because they clearly weren't allowed to do that. And even though they technically won the relay, they were disqualified for pulling a stunt like that. Because, yeah, he's from another, not only just another school, but from one of the competing schools. That's not gonna fly. But it wasn't about the winning. Like was stated many times here, it wasn't about the winning. It was about the fact that they got to swim together again. And not just with each other, not just against each other. They actually got to swim as a team again. They got to swim free. And that's what mattered. That was worth it. They weren't sad that they got disqualified. Yes, they wanted to win, but they weren't sad when they got disqualified. They were happy because of what really happened. They rekindled their friendship with Reen. And honestly, and I'm not just saying this because Ray is my favorite character, Ray had a massive, important part to play in that. I honestly believe that without Ray's help, without Ray being there, they would not have rekindled their friendship there. Because let's be honest, Reen, him getting hit, Reen's head not being in the game and everything is because of Ray's confrontation with him. That caused Reen's head to not be in the game and caused him to be taken out of the relay, which in turn caused, Haru and them to be searching for him to see him kind of throw his fit in the hall, and then Haru to confront him out there. And, of course, Ray offering to sit out of the relay to let them swim with Reen. All of that, all of what Ray did is what rekindled that friendship. Ray was monumentally important. And I'm not saying that the others weren't important to all of it as well, because obviously the other three were Reen's friends. They're the ones that he wanted to race with. Haru especially. Haru, but Makoto and Nagisa as well. So yeah, they definitely had a role to play here, and they every character here had definite shining moments throughout this season, and even throughout these last 3 episodes, they definitely were notable in all of it. But it was definitely Ray who was behind making this work. And it honestly helps solidify him even further as my favorite character. Because the fact that he was willing to just abstain from the relay to make sure that this friendship was rekindled, to make sure that everything worked out. The fact that he was willing to do this is so beautiful. And that's something that would definitely please him to hear. But yeah. I was right because I had guessed that that's where this season was headed. That it was gonna. I didn't expect it to be as like blatantly like just completely rekindled friendship like this. I thought that there was still going to be more like kind of like a late Dragon Ball Z, maybe into Dragon Ball Super slash GT Goku Vegeta relationship, you know, where they're definitely friends, but they still have that rivalry going on where they still want to fight and beat each other. And I definitely think that's still going to happen with Iwatobi and Reen. I definitely still think that they're going to have that friendly rivalry. I mean, we kind of saw that at the end there when they were going to head to their joint practice and all. So I definitely still think we're going to have a friendly rivalry. But they are definitely very much rekindled friends now. They are very heavily back into that. Um, it's not because with Goku and Vegeta, they still snap at each other. They still mostly Vegeta, to be fair, but they're still snappy. They're still very much full-blooded rivals. But like with Reen and them, it's like they're just straight up friends. Like Reen even told them, "I love you guys." And Reen is going to try legitimately now to be friends with his teammates, who I can never remember the name of. So that's great, too. I really like that, because there's a lot that could be done with their relationship. That was definitely teased with this season. And I know some people may be surprised when I said in the reaction, oh, I could ship those two. I don't ship him with Haru that much. I mean, I can see why people do. Reen, that is. I can see why people do ship Reen and Haru. And I'm not against the ship. It's not one that I dislike or hate even. But it's just something I don't really see it as a ship. For me personally. Not in the same way that I see Nagisa and Rei as a ship. Or others, for example. I could see Coach Sasabe and the teacher as more of a ship. But Reen with his teammate, the silver-haired bowl cut kid, who again I cannot remember his name. I could see that because there's more precedence for that as an actual ship for me, just personally. But either way, I'm not watching this series for the ships, to be fair. That's just a fun little fan thing. I have no issue with it. I mean, I am a shipper, but that's not why I watch the show, obviously. So it's not going to be my focal point with going into the future of this. Now, I believe I was told that the first movie takes place between seasons 1 and 2. Because there is I think there's 2 movies and then there's 3 seasons total. Let me just check real quick. It should be in my comments here on YouTube. Because if the first movie takes place between seasons 1 and 2, then I would want to react to the movie first. Let me see if I can scroll down here. Okay, here we go. It was from Sasa Ham. If I'm mispronouncing your name, I apologize. But this was almost a week ago now. Apparently the movies are called Starting Days and Take Your Marks. You can watch the movie Free Starting Days right after you have finished watching season 1 because the story takes place before season 1. Okay, so the first movie actually takes place before the events of season 1. That's interesting. and some of the characters come into season 2. Okay. So either way, I could still watch the first movie at that point. And then I would watch the second movie between seasons 2 and 3. Okay, so it's actually a prequel to season 1. That's really interesting then. I assume then that it's not going to focus on any of our characters from the main series, that it's going to focus on other characters who I guess are going to appear in season 2. Sure. Yeah, I'll probably react to that at some point. I don't know if I'll get to that before I start season 2 because we have all this other stuff to react to. We still have the monthly movie night to pre-record for Halloween. But yeah, if characters from the movie are going to be in season 2, I don't. Maybe I should get to it first. I don't know. Either way, we are still going to get to other stuff before we get into season 2. We're not taking a break. We're not like taking it off the not really schedule, but you know what I mean. It's still going to be set and everything. It's set for the same slot. We're just going. I just want to get caught up on some of the other shows we're doing, like Dragon Prince, and want to start My Hero and continue Ancient Magus and all that. But we are going to be getting to it ASAP. So yeah, that will be season 2 will be coming like almost right away. We might take like a week or 2 off or something. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this, like very, very much. And yeah, if I get any merch from Youmacon for free, I'll definitely show it off, of course. The hell is that? Some weird beeping coming from outside. But yeah, I really can't wait to see season 2. I'm excited to see the movie as well. And we'll just kind of go from there. We'll just kind of go from there and hope that it continues to be a great series. I know some people like season 2 the best. I think Sasa was one of them. I think. Let me see here. I don't know, maybe it's hard to go through all these comments and stuff. But yeah, it's like I'm very excited to see where it goes, and I'm really hoping that it ends up being just as good, if not better. Oh, no. It was Malu de Souza who said that. It wasn't Sasa as well on that one. Malu de Souza said in a video that season 2 is their favorite. Okay. No rush. Just don't want a 1-year pause. It's obviously not going to be a 1-year pause. We're going to get to that again pretty much right away. We might take like a week or 2 off to catch up on other things. Maybe check out the movie, the first movie, Starting Days, and we'll go from there. But either way, tell me what you thought of these final 3 episodes of Free in the comments below, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. If you want to check out any of my social media links and more, please check them out over to the side. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave those down below. In the meantime, though, thank you so much once again for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.